Katzcradul. I'm going to try to make this short because I don't think I'm having camera trouble, but I think I'm having computer trouble. I've tried to upload 3 videos in the last few days and it won't let me. So I'm trying a different setting here and seeing if I can make it work. In the spring, and my husband and I were in the car, and we saw the first weed of spring, and it's always the same weed. It looks just like this. And I jokingly said to him, I wish we could eat that weed because we'd never go hungry. And he agreed. And it wasn't until last week when I was watching the Rickvanman channel, I'll post a link to it below, when he showed this plant and talked not only about it being edible, but being medicinal. I called my husband at work. I was so excited. I said, we can eat that weed. We can eat that weed. He said, what are you talking about? I said, the one that grows in the fields in the spring. We can eat it. And he was excited as well. We didn't think we would do very well at foraging around here because we are surrounded by farmland. It's all cultivated, so there's not a lot of land to forage. But as we've begun to study and look and open our eyes, we have found lots of things that we can eat. This is curly dock, and it grows prolifically where I live. The other night, my daughter and I were in the car coming home from being out, and we saw some, and I knew I was having salad for supper, and I told her to get out and pick a few leaves to bring home to add to our salad. So she picked about 6 leaves, and we cut up 3 and put in our salad. All I did was I cut the rib out, cut the tender part on either side, and diced it up and put it in our salad. It's the dark part here. It's a simple salad of lettuce and carrots, green onions, and the curly dock. It was delicious. Now, curly dock has a slightly sour taste. It has oxalic acid, which makes it taste like that. Also, because it contains oxalic acid, you don't want to eat a lot of it. Same reason you want to eat a lot of spinach or beets, or the reason you don't eat rhubarb leaves. So you want to be careful, not too much of it, but some of it. Wouldn't it be great if you didn't have any greens, if you could pick a few of those and eat those? I just think it's awesome. It's incredibly high in vitamin C. Has slightly a sour taste, but if you're putting an oil and vinegar dressing or a vinaigrette on your salad, what difference does it make? When we ate this salad, we did not taste it at all. It just tasted like we were eating just a regular salad. But it's a delicious plant. Now, from the time we were only a few blocks of home when I saw this, by the time we got home it had wilted slightly. So what I did was recut the ends and put it in a glass of water, and it immediately revived it. This was on Tuesday that we cut this, and now it is Friday, and look how it looks. This morning when I got up, all the leaves were totally wilted, hanging over the side of the glass. And I thought I'd try a little experiment to see if I could revive it. So I took each stem out and cut the end on an angle and quickly reinserted it into the water, and it revived them all. They're standing up beautiful and firm right now. That's a good thing to know to do, because weeds really have a hard time staying alive. So if I wanted to save this over for 2 or 3 days, every day I might just get up and cut the ends of those stems and reinsert them in the water so that they would once again be able to drink that up into their stems. Look around you at the weeds you have. Because I'm going to try to keep this short, I'm not going to try to show you on film, but we'll probably just insert some clips at the end of this to show you pictures of things that we have found that are growing wild around us that we can eat and we do eat. We pick lamb's quarter and dandelion and wild violets. We even have eaten the top little first shoots that come out on pine trees in the spring. Plantain we have eaten and put in salad. So look around you and see those things that are growing that spring forth out of the ground freely that you can eat. Now, I'm not really starting my Friday question and answer series today. I'm really starting it next Friday, but I do want to address one question since I have salad in front of me today. And you can see I made that salad on Tuesday night, and I'm going to eat this little bowl of salad right after I finish this video. And it's perfectly fresh and green. Everything is crisp and beautiful, and I will tell you how I saved my salad. And yes, I put it away with the tomatoes and the carrots and the onions and the dock all together in a Ziploc bag, okay? And in this Ziploc bag, I have zipped it up all the way to the center and have inserted a straw. I think it's Preppin' Junkie who wanted to ask me how to preserve lettuce. She has a lot coming out of her garden and can't keep it fresh. So here's what I do. I zip up the Ziploc bag. Of course, you'll use a much bigger one than this if you have a lot of lettuce. You wash it and you put it in there. Dry it mostly off. It can be slightly damp. Zip up the Ziploc bag except for the straw. And then what you're going to want to do, not if you're sick or have a cold or anything like that, and only for your own family, but you will gently blow into the straw, putting carbon dioxide into that bag. After you've blown and filled it up, so now it looks like a little Ziploc balloon, you quickly pull the straw out and seal up the bag. The bag will be puffy like a pillow, and you put that in your refrigerator, and your salad will last twice as long as it would normally. That carbon dioxide is what plants thrive on, and your lettuce is a living green. And if you put it in the bag and do what I say, you'll get a much extended life on your lettuce. I hope that helps anybody who is having trouble storing lettuce. I hope it inspires you to go out and look for the weeds that are growing around you that you can eat. It's a wonderful feeling to know that if I didn't have anything growing in my yard, say I was not feeling well and wasn't able to garden this year, that I could go around and forage and look and find bright, vitamin-rich greens growing in my neighborhood. Katzcradul.